in the middle. Come on, Rob. Good stuff. Keep it coming. We've got a lot of work to do now.
What's going on, YouTube? We're back with more iRacing content for you this week. It's going to be the Pit Lane Challenge, Episode 2, and we're going to be doing it on Week 13 with the Mx-5s going around Rudskogen once again this week, as we did it last week in the GR86. You know, I have a little bit of experience on this track. I've run the Mx-5s here a fair amount, so I know it can be a bit chaotic here with the cold tires and with the rookies. So we're going to try to make the most of that as we can. And for practice, we were able to get through the cold tires and not have any incident points, and then do the same for the start of Quali. Our first lap of Quali was going to be a pretty good one with the 135.392, which was going to put us on pole, surprisingly, for our first lap. And then as we went through the second lap, we were able to find some improvements towards the last half of the lap and come out by a couple hundredths on our first lap and qualify with a 135.318, although we didn't need to improve on our first lap, as it would have been good enough for pole anyways. And we qualified on pole with a couple tenths, 3 tenths or so to P2. But unfortunately, the premise of this challenge is to start from the pit lane to minimize any of those incident points that we might have, especially here on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. With the rookies, with the Mx-5s, with the cold tires. It can be very, very dangerous. So, starting from pit lane, we're just going to avoid all of that. Our pole is going to get us the first pit box, which is going to allow us to catch the field pretty quickly here to be able to minimize that iRacing damage the best that we can. So, with all that being said, if you like what you see in this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's get behind the wheel and see how many positions we can make back.
Cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them. 10 minutes. Alright, Rob, here we go. Let's go.
Us relinquishing our pole and starting from pit lane is going to give the number 18 the lead off the start, but despite inheriting the lead, he's still going to be in the outside for turn 1, and he isn't going to get the best start, so P3 is going to be able to jump him and move up into the lead as they go through turn 1, while the rest of the field gets away pretty clean, and surprisingly remains clean through turn 1 and turn 2, so as we come out of the pit lane, we're going to be in P17 for the start of this race, as we look to fight up to get up into 10th place, so we can get up into that positive iRating.
Pit exit's clear. The guy ahead is sketchy. Daniel, car number 19. The license. Rough start, mate. We've got a lot of work to do now.
As the pack comes in the most dangerous part of this entire race, turn 3 on cold tires, the majority of everyone's going to handle it pretty well, but the 12's going to get loose and spin, as the 14 also gets loose but keeps it together and goes through the grass. So as the 12 gets back going, unfortunately for us, there wasn't a whole bunch of carnage on turn 3 that we could take advantage of, so we're going to have a lot more fighting to do if we want to move up, but getting up pole gave us the first pit box, which is going to give us a few seconds advantage from the other people that started from pit lane, and as the pack slowed themselves through turn 3, we were able to gain about a second and a half on them and be right on the back of the pack now.
The car in front of us is not the cleanest racer. Sam, car number 12.
And as we come to the end of lap 1, the 14 car is going to have an issue and go into the pits. I didn't know why the 14 went into the pits at the time, but looking back at it, he jumped the start, earning himself a drive-through penalty, and he's going to choose to take it at the first chance he can, which is going to give us our first free position and move us up into P16.
Okay, Rob, relax, focus, keep it smooth, P16.
As we stay very close to the 12 ahead as we go through turn 5 and turn 6, we're going to have a little peep to the inside as we go into turn 7, which is going to unsettle the 12, sending them wide to the outside through turn 7 and turn 8, allowing us to swing to the inside of them. And as we come out of the corner, we're going to move ahead of them for P15. And as I know I'm clear of the 12 and I know turn 10 is a big overtaking opportunity, I'm going to move to the inside to defend against any move the 12 might throw back on us. So as we complete that overtake, we're going to have more opportunities for free positions. As the 2 is looking to make moves into turn 10, they're going to make a mistake out of the corner and get loose. They're going to be able to save it, but we're going to be able to gain the position on them. But the 2 wasn't the only one to have troubles through turn 10, as the 19 ahead also lost it and saved it, and even more ahead than that, the 16 also lost it. The 16 also had trouble out of the corner, slowing them down, and as they came through turn 11, the 20 was trying to go by, and the 16 moved over and made contact, slamming him into the wall, ending the 20's race. And as the 20 ricocheted off the wall, he slammed back into the 16, but miraculously the damage to the 16 is going to get instantly repaired, and he's going to be able to keep going on, so we're only going to gain 1 free position from that incident. But we're still catching the cars ahead, and the drama's going to continue as we go through turn 14. The 3 ahead is going to get loose and go into the grass through turn 14 and come out slow on the exit of the corner as we go down the front straight, which is also going to slow the 9 and the 7, which is going to give us a great run out of the corner to be able to send it 4 wide down the front stretch. And as we come up to turn 1, the 3 is going to go in the dirt, and it's going to be me and the 7 that pull ahead as we go side by side with the 7 through turn 1, completing the very, very risky double overtake, and also avoid any slowdowns or track cuts through turn 1 and turn 2.
How did no one die there? I don't know. Safety rating race, by the way.
I know my objective for this race is safety rating first, but when I see cars ahead of me in a gap, I gotta take it, and I just lose control of all rational thought. But it isn't over yet as we come down to turn 3 with cars so close together. We gotta be worried about the 9 behind, but I'm gonna be a little bit too worried and get scared by the speed of the 9 behind and open up the steering to avoid getting rear-ended, which is gonna give him back the position we just got.
Y'all spooked me so badly, bro. So scared of y'all.
The move from the 9 is also going to open up the door for the 3 behind to go side by side with us as we go through turn 4, turn 5, and turn 6. And as we come up to the braking zone for turn 7, we're going to bang the doors as we don't give each other a single inch, which is going to send the 3 wide through 7 and 8, allowing us to retain that position. But as the 12 gets loose behind into the corner, the 3 is going to be able to retain his position behind us. As we come through turn 9, down the run up to turn 10, I'm going to choose to stay on the normal racing line as I didn't think the 3 was far enough back to send it down our inside. And as we turn into turn 10, the 3 is nearly going to hit us, but we're going to get away with no contact and be able to keep going on our race as the cars behind are starting to fight, and we're going to be looking to hunt down the 9 and get back our position.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Nice and smooth, don't overdrive the car. P13.
How much more positions? I want more, but I'm so very scared to try anything on these guys.
As we get a good exit out of turn 8, I'm going to be looking to send it up the inside of the 9 as we go into turn 10, and they're not going to go defensive to the inside line. So we're going to send it up the inside, forcing them to the outside line, which is going to allow us to get better traction out of the corner and pull ahead as we go up through turn 11. So now, not only are we going to reclaim the position that we lost to the 9 on the last lap, but we're also going to move up into P11, so now we're only half a second behind 10th, which was our goal for positive iRating points, and with even more cars close up ahead of 10th, we're going to be looking to fight to get the best result that we can with 3 laps to go.
Come on, Rob. Good stuff. Keep it coming. P11.
It's a really insane race to get a no instant points on so far. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know why I said that.
As we come up to turn 7, we're not going to have to work to move up into P10 as the number 18 and P2 spun out through the corner and is going to give us a freebie position. But we're not going to be content with just positive rating points, as we still have the opportunity to make moves and move up ahead. And as we get a good exit once again out of turn 8, we're going to be looking to repeat our actions from last lap and send it down the inside as we go into turn 10. And as the 7 and the 19 both don't decide to go to the inside line to try to defend or overtake, we're going to be able to send it down the inside and get another double overtake done, as the 7 had to open up the steering as he nearly ran into the back of the number 16 car ahead.
Let's go. 2 positions.
So now, after gaining 3 positions in only a couple corners, we're going to be looking to make even more moves ahead.
See what Lightning got.
As we come into turn 14, we're going to see what Lightning's got as they go wide through turn 14, allowing us to send it up their inside as we go through the corner, which is going to send us side by side out of the corner, but the 16 is going to have a better exit out of the corner, allowing him to gain on us as we go down the front straight. But as the 16 starts to pull ahead, they're going to swing in front of us and they decide to take the outside line for turn 1. So I'm going to switch back over to the inside line as he starts to squeeze us a little bit, and we're going to send it up into turn 1. But as we send it up the inside of turn 1, we weren't the only ones to do so, as the 4 try to send it up the inside on the 1 from way too far back for P3, and then the 15 behind is going to make matters worse, taking no avoiding action, ramming right into the 1, flipping them across the track. So as the 16 comes through turn 1, they're going to be forced to avoid the sideways 4, barely missing clipping our rear end. And with the 11 also having to take avoiding action, after all this insanity, we're going to move up onto the podium.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Well done.
Oh my god. I don't know how I avoided the 0x there and the track cut, and now we're on the podium. That's crazy.
So after some good battling, some good overtakes, and some insanely risky moves, we're now on the podium with 0 incident points. All we have to do is make it to the flag clean.
Slow. You only have like a lap to go. Oh, that's slow.
Okay, Rob, the next car is sketchy. Matthew, car number 6, C license.
This is a really good race for me so far. Thoroughly really enjoyed it, coming from the back. It's gonna be really good for us here. I'm really surprised we were able to fight up that much. I figured I would be able to get a couple positions, but...
P3, 1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
As we finish the final lap, we're going to be able to stay incident free, which is going to gain us 0.12 safety rating, bringing us up to 2.76, and our podium is going to gain us 76 rating, bringing us up to 1416 sports car class.
I know I mostly went to do cockpit cam. I think I'm going to have to show a replay of going through all those cars. That was kind of insane.
This race is one of the best results I could have wished for after giving up the pole, being able to fight back up onto the podium while staying incident free and having a lot of fun along the way.
We did a couple of good overtakes too. Turn 10, I mean, really it's just showing to the inside. I'm really not going to be able to make a move if they kind of do much more, but I'm kind of forcing their hand to see me looking up the inside and do something. None of them defended. No one took a defensive to cover the inside. And we were able just to them off line enough to get those positions. Double overtake. Obviously, we did benefit from people's mistakes, as you're going to have to do when you're doing this type of challenge stuff, but it's still very fun. So we come out of the final corner, it's going to solidify it. No track cut here. We did it, let's go. What a great result. I mean, started on pole, able to fight back to a podium, starting from the pit lane, 0 instant points, getting very, very close to not getting it, but that's exactly what we want from this challenge. It's exactly what I'm looking to do all the time. This was great.
Well done, Rob. Great drive. That's a podium.